Well, hello and welcome. Let's get on to it. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing quite a few things. I'm just going to finish up here with the nuclear power plant. We already got 11 plutonium fuel rods. We're just going to have to bring this around with a belt. I think I'm going to go with the Mark III just to ensure that we can load it up as quick as possible. And then also I want to start doing a major factory. I think everything is still loading in. That's why it's a bit laggy. So I want to do a massive factory. I'm going to do everything there. All of the steel plates, all of the reinforced plates, everything that we might need needs to be built at one factory alone. So I want to be breaking down all of the smaller factories in order to get it done then as well. Just make sure we get this done. Right, good. That's going to be plutonium fuel rods loading in. Then I've got 4 water extractors here at the back. I'm a bit low on shards. So the 2 there at the back is just feeding into the 2 at the front in order to make our 240 water that we do need. And this is going to bring us up to 24,900 megawatts of power as soon as it gets stable here. So this is going to be taking up 0.1 plutonium fuel rods per minute. We're producing 0.25. So I'm really hoping that this is going to balance out. If it doesn't, then I'll just come and turn off one of these. But definitely not too bad. 24,000 megawatts of power. Alright, so here we go. This is going to be the massive production. This is going to get quite crazy. So we're going to start off with our 300 screws per minute. Let's get the first one down. I think we're going to go up to 1,500 screws per minute. So that's going to be 300. Just get the next one to snap nice and in line. That's 600. And let's go. Go with another 300, so that's 900. There we go, 1,200 screws a minute. Holy bugger, that is quite the list of production to do. So we still got to do our steel plate production as well as rod production. And I think in order to do that, I'm going to do it on this side here, just so that we can try and space it out to get the containers in the middle. So these constructors over here are going to have to be changed on the recipes as well. We just lock it in place just to make sure that it's going to be in line. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Right, good. So it's going to be 2 machines for doing steel plates only. You need to go over there. And then we need to add another one of them. But this is 15 iron rods, so if we take 15 times the 6 machines, it's going to give us 90. I do think we're going to need a tiny bit more than that. So let me just extend this foundation out a tiny bit. Okay, looking good. So I went ahead and changed the recipe, so both of these stacked machines are busy making iron plates, or going to, at 240 per minute, and then we got 2 stacked production for 180 rods a minute and our 1,200 screws a minute. So this is going to be a big production. In order to get it done, let's see how the splitting of the ingots is going to work over here, because I think this one doesn't really use up that much. If I go to my blueprints, go to stacked production. So this is only taking 75, and we got a total of how many? It's going to be 4 of them. So 75 times the 4, that's going to be 300 ingots. I think we can add all of them into one then. Oh boy, don't go dropping to the ground. So I'm going to go with the Mark III. I think that should be good enough, and then we can just split it evenly between all of them. We'll go with the Mark V belt in the middle, just to make sure that we can load out enough to get it done. So let's go with the splitter. Same over this side. And then we'll take a look at how much we're going to need at the other side as well. I will definitely be looking into how much ingots we are producing with the rail that's going to drop everything off this side, as well as the truck stations that's driving up and down. Especially since we got the Mark III minus, I think we can do a couple of changes over there. That shouldn't be any problem. So this should be everything for the screws to load on in. Now, since it's going to be 600, how do I want to do this now? I think it all comes out on the one side here. Or does this still have to merge on up? Because that goes there. Yes, they all have to merge on up. Right, so let me just get down here real quick. Let's come and take a look at this. So we can get two lines connected to one another. Just gonna have to figure out which way I'm gonna have to do this. I do want the containers to be around this side. Because we can add 3 in the middle here. They should be able to fit. Might have to move these other machines though. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Wait a minute. What else can I do here? Because this is going to be a little bit too tight. And I don't want to add a container on top of it. Oh, I think I might have made a mistake with this. So let me just get all of these machines moved a bit. Alright then. So I just had to move these machines over just that tiny bit. So I think this should be more than enough gap to do everything that we need to do. Because even with these, we're going to have to do exactly the same to merge them all up and then bring them into the containers where they have to go. So let's continue with the screws first. Get that one done. So this is going to be needing a merger, but facing towards us. Same with you and with you as well. And then I think over on this side, we can merge it this way. Then the middle one has to face towards us and this one can feed towards the middle here. That should be good. Let me just take a look here. So this is going to be 50. Mark 1 belt is not going to cut it. Well, I still got enough of my tier 3 belt, so let me do that. Just continue along with the tier 3 towards this side as well to here. So then over this side we're going to have to go to a Mark 4 facing this side here. Merging up with that's going to be a Mark 5 then. Coming down with a Mark 5 lift as well. And then this one should be going towards this first container. Unfortunately, I think we do have to just make a slight little bend here for the conveyor to run in there. But it shouldn't be too bad. No, it should be Mark 5. Yeah, there we go. Mark 5 belt, Mark 5 leading in there. So then what we can do now is if we go under logistics, get the stackable conveyor. Just get you, let's say around this side here. Just nudge it over. Then from here we can go with another Mark 5 and feed it directly into there. So we just have to figure out exactly where this one is going to have to go now. So let's bring it back just this tiny bit more. Snap it on there. Bring it back a bit further. So unfortunately it is nighttime. Sorry that it's going to be a bit dark. But we still have to get these ones done as well. So let's get you over here. Do exactly the same with all of these and just merge them on up. So where am I going to bring this one out then? I think they can all merge into this one directly. And then we can just make a plan to get this belt connected on that side. So let's see if that's going to work. Go and get the merger. All need to merge directly in line here. Go with you. This is going to be the very last one. And now then, where is this stackable one going to have to be in order to get the bend correct? Just check this out. So it should be around that side, I think. No, not foundation. Give me the stackable one. Just get you turned correctly. Get you up there. So I am going to redo this belt. Just to make sure that it is correct. And this has to go to a Mark 5 then. You need to connect up that side. Right, so that's going to be the screws as soon as we do this other belt. That's going to be the 1200 screws per minute loading in there. Man alive, I wonder what we can do with all of this. Definitely want to take a look if we can get the heavy modular frames made here, as well as everything else that we do need, from aluminum production to whatever we do need. And then I think over this side I went with a Mark 3 and another Mark 3 there. Right, so that's going to be all of the belt work for the screws at 1200 per minute. Let's come and take a look here at the iron plates. It's going to be this one over this side. Going to be a total of 12 machines. So that's only going to be 240, which means we can merge them all into one belt directly. Also gonna make a nice little difference. So let's bring you out this way. And I think, should we do it? Should we bring it down with this one? Just take a look here real quick. If we add the merger over there, yeah, I think we can do it directly on this side here. Just lock it in place and nudge it 2 back. Bring it over like that. So I'm gonna go with the Mark 3 belt. That should be good enough for this. Go with another Mark 3. Then let's just continue on with the mergers then. This is gonna work out really good. And having all of the production in one facility is gonna make things just so much easier. I think I'm just gonna continue with the Mark 3 for now. And then the very last one has to go in there. Then that is going to be it for the iron plates at 240 per minute. Next up is going to be the iron rods. I still have to do the backside there. That won't be an issue. We'll get to that in just a moment. So all of you gonna come down directly like this again. Just merge up the same way. So let me just quickly get this done. Now then, this should be the easiest belt of all of them. Just directly straight into there. So that's going to be everything being produced. Going to be sent out into the storage. Now over this side, oh no, I don't have a power line there. Always one that I can connect to. Let's just bring this one over here. So none of these machines are connected yet. I'll break down all of these a bit later. This is only for me to fly around so I can actually get the things divided up. So we'll have to take a look at this one now. How many ingots are we gonna need in order to get just the steel production online, up and running? And then take a look at how this is gonna go. So let's just get a splitter. I'm just using the Mark 1 lifts for now. I'll definitely change them. So I think we can use the splitter in this direction. Now I do know the iron rods are not really going to use up that much. The thing is going to be the steel plates. They are the ones that really use up quite a bit. And then I still have to decide on where everything is going to be offloaded, and that is going to decide on where this belt that feeds into the machines is going to be. So this is definitely going to be a couple of episodes to get this building done. We'll also take a look and see if we can start doing the concrete as well. Just get my soup mode back on. It is going to be a lot smaller as well out of concrete, so I'm gonna have to go and get some cheeky buggers. Alright, so let me take a look here. We are going to be needing 30 just for all of these machines, so that's going to be 360. And then this is going to be 15. So 15 times the 12, that's the 360, that's going to be 540. So the Mark 5 belt is going to be good enough. I think what we can do then is just split it out with a Mark 3 lift feeding into each of the machines. That should be fine. That's going to be it for the iron rod production as well. And then I just quickly have to go and get some concrete again, because I'm absolutely out of it. My inventory took quite a drop. So let me just go and get that. I know I'm making a couple of cuts, so I do apologize for that. It's just there's no way I could have planned having enough material for all of this in one go. Alright, there we go. I just had to go and collect some more material because I was gonna run out of a couple other things as well. Especially the steel beams in order to do all of the conveyor work for the blueprints. So this is going to be, what's that now, 14 in length. And alive, this building is quite a large one. So I'm just going to keep extending it out this side. I think it needs to go even a bit more. especially if I want to get on the copper production, the copper sheets, as well as the cable and the wire production. But let's just extend that out a tiny bit more. I think over there should be good. And then we still have to add a refinery section onto this as well. So this is going to expand like crazy. That I think might be in the way. We'll take a look at it. And then everything is going to be sent from here into another room. I think we'll go upwards and build up high. Might be easier to get the trains to come into a nice little station over here as well, with the building going up higher than that. Getting distracted. Let me stop getting distracted over here. So, got a cable over that side. Let me just add a wire over there as well. Right, good. So under blueprints, let's come and take a look. So we got 60 copper sheets using up 120 ingots per minute. And then we got 120 wire being produced from 75 ingots, and that's giving us 38 cable. I think that is where the machine overclocked. Let me just make sure. So if we get you placed down over this side, I do want to leave a gap because I'm going to place down a wall in between each of these sections. So let's just come and take a look at this middle machine over here, because this is the one that I need to check at. Yeah, that's going to be 38 with one shot. So if we take it out, that's just going to give us 30, but this is only taking up 60. And we got 5 machines producing the wire, so 60 times the 5 machines is going to be 300 wire. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a lot more power shards for this. To get it fully overclocked, I think we can get it up to 75. Which should be enough, so I'm just going to have to work on getting a couple of power shards. But that's not going to be the end of the world. I can still get the production down. Oh no, it's not going to let me. Just because of the shard. Let me grab it. Right, that should allow me to do it. Let's try it again. So we only need the 2 machines in order to do the cable. That should be more than good enough. Now I wonder. I'm gonna have to move them. Yeah, this has to be moved. Otherwise I'm not gonna be able to split them in between here and have enough gap for the wall. So let's just get you once again. Just make sure that it's going to be sort of in line with these machines. And just move it forward even further. Gonna give myself a bit more gap instead of just having it absolutely as compact as possible. Completely forgot. I need to grab my shard again. So those machines are facing in the correct way, and then the cable is gonna come out right over there. So let's get you. Let's just face you around this side, should be good. It's supposed to be this way. Alright. So then, since everything is going to be coming around the top there, I think I might just go with the splitter over here. Just straight over that side and directly in line with that one. So this can go with the Mark III, even though I don't need such a high belt there. Just gonna keep going with that to fill the machines up as quick as possible. Right, so I just need to get the shards for this one. Let's head over towards the other side, just expand this out even further. So we're basically just merging our entire hub and space elevator factory into one section. Then for now, what I need to do is get my copper sheets. Let's get you, depending on where the containers are gonna stand. Right, lock you in place right over there for now. It does seem to be in line. I do have some gap over here. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So depending on this, how many machines am I gonna need? I think I'm gonna need 3 of these though, because we got copper sheets being used in the advanced production over this side as well, along with the other required materials needed for it. So let's just expand you out this side. So how many copper sheets is that going to be now? I think it was 60, so that's 120, it's 180 per minute. Not too bad. And the cable, if it goes up to 75, and I'm quite sure it goes up to that, should be 150 cable a minute. Might have to add another one of these just to change over for wire itself. So I'm just going to take one of these and then I'll just split it out and change the recipes. So instead of you, we just change this to wire. I'm not going to do the Caterium wire, we could just use the normal one. Just copy and paste it over this side. Get you, and then the very last machine over there. Alright, good. We'll work out all of the ingots a bit later. So I think this episode should be coming towards a close now. I think you only split out on one side, right? And if that's going to be the case, let's go with another Mark III over this side. Just get you fed in correctly over here. Now that should be for the wire. We got ingots for the cable as well as the wire machines for them as well. So then storage containers, we're only going to be needing the 2 though. It's a little bit better. Still have to figure out where do I want to store up the concrete. Just look at all these machines. That is crazy. Oh boy, this facility is going to take up a lot of power. It's going to be quite interesting to see it. So we got the cable over that side. Let me get a merger down for this side first. Can go with the merger facing towards the storage directly. And then you are coming out on this side as well, right? But just to get this one in line. Still have to go and upgrade all of the belts and make sure that they are going to be correct. Haven't really gotten around to checking all of the blueprints. Okay, so that is going to be for cable. Going to be needing another one. And everything is coming out on this side. You know what, I can move this a tiny bit though. Let's just do this real quick. Get you, as well as you and you down. Just get the containers placed down once again. So since it's coming out on which side? Over there. I can place it a bit more towards the side here. And hopefully this is going to give me enough gap now to get all of the machines placed down. And have enough place to get this belt to come through this side. It's going to have to come right on next to that container there. And if I do this, I think it is going to be clipping. Right, so the only way to get around that part, because I'm not going to be breaking down all of the machines again, just go with a Mark 1 for now, and it can just merge up like this. I think that should be fine. Can add another one, let's say around the side here. Go with a Mark 1 again. Now this is going to be the interesting side. It has to join up with the merger, so I think I can do it right over here. Get you facing directly towards us. Go with the Mark 3 still with that. Then we can bring you directly down. Merge you into there. Now this one we can bring out and definitely not have a worry about it. Just make sure I get it directly in line over here. Should be good, no clipping issues. Just bring it back and bend it in there. And that should be it for all of the copper sheets getting into there. And just look at that, that is perfect. Alright, good. So now then with that done, let's get the mergers down for the cables again. Then we just have to bring out the wires. They're definitely not too bad. I think this factory isn't going to take that long to build. I'll come and do those belts off camera there, and then just go over the full production in the next one. So let's bring you out towards the back here, as far back as we can. Should be over there. And we could just wrap you around this side and lock you in there. That should be good. So that's going to be all of the wire flowing into the middle container. Got cable going into the left container and the copper sheets in this one over here. So all of these machines is going to be absolutely all of the production that we're going to be needing. So I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you then in the next episode. Alpha Blazed, out.